already wanted to make a video like this last year, but I just never got around to do it. It's kinda hard to find time to sit down and work on something like this, because if you didn't know, I'm not only a VTuber, but also an artist tabling at conventions, which by the way is my main job, and in this video I will show you what it's like to handle so much content creation in an art business on your own. Spoiler, not without multiple mental breakdowns. The original plan for this video was a little vlog about my experience at Dokumi 2025 as both an artist and VTuber. After all, I've been attending Dokumi since 2021 and it's still my favorite convention. I even had recorded a lot of footage, mainly from the preparation phase, and never used it. Since I don't want all of this work to go wasted, I will now just use it for this video about what I do for a living. And let's start with a question I get asked a lot. How do I manage the privacy of VTubing with tabling at conventions? The simple answer is, I don't give a shit. While I do treasure my privacy as an individual on the internet, I obviously can't do that at conventions. So yes, a lot of people have seen me, or how I like to say, my human, in person, and know what they sound and look like. It's just that no one gives a shit. All of my customers and supporters know who is behind this avatar. It's not a big deal. I'm just a silly artist who explores what they can do with their creation. But I also run a business, so hiding completely is not an option anyways. I've been at artist alleys for 10 years now, so I did that long before I did VTubing. When I started using a VTuber to represent my art business, it was clear from the beginning that this is just to have some fun online. You will always find me in person at my artist alley tables, which is also very important to me, because making sure everyone knows that there is a real human behind this stupid face, is very important to me. A lot of time, parasocial behavior of fans can be encouraged by the fact that the human behind the VTuber model kinda does not exist, only the role they play. I'm just too cautious, especially for my own sanity. I prefer to give people a whiplash when they see me at cons and realize it's just some tired lady with orange hair, way below beauty standards. And as I mentioned before, no one really cares. In fact, a lot of people even appreciate the human aspect of what I do, because as you might have realized, I do use an artificial voice, and you probably think it's all for privacy and to hide myself, when in reality, it's more just comfort, anxiety and the fact this voice fits this face the best. People do confuse me all the time with being some magical AI to the likes of Neuro-Sama, but the voice is the only artificial thing here. That means having people be able to meet the creator behind the persona and talk to them in real life, helps them understand how all of this works. But I already made a video about my voice, so we are not going much deeper into that topic. Instead, let's talk about artist alleys. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a market space for artists to sell their works at conventions and similar events. You usually rent a table, set it up however you want and sit there for hours trying to sell your art. You mainly find these artist alleys at anime or comic conventions, and 10 years ago, my first artist alley was a very tiny one here in Vienna. This was my whole table. I made about 100 euros on those 2 days and I genuinely thought that's the best thing ever. Maybe because back then, I was struggling financially a lot, so every extra euro was a blessing. And from that small event on, I kept doing it, applying to more conventions, surviving somehow through the cursed 2020 onwards, and now being able to fill up a big booth like this here, at Dokumi. But artist alleys are not easy money. Some people genuinely think that if you throw your art on a table, it will sell and it's some easy bucks. But actually, you gotta put a lot of work into this if you wanna succeed and grow. You are literally running a small business and that comes with a lot of effort, good ideas and passion. I started by producing all my merch myself, since it's cheaper and you have more control over your stock and can print on demand. To some extent, I still do this, because I enjoy the flexibility. If a print is out of stock, I can decide if I want to reprint a small batch or just replace it. And since pictures say more than words, let me show you a little montage of what I do at home in my little atelier. Let's go! really do enjoy the preparation phase, as much as it's stressful and a lot of physical labor. I make hundreds of buttons per hand, or stand in front of a heat press for some hours. Listen to the screeching of my sticker plotter for 8 hours straight, which even the noise-canceling headphones can't. And let's not forget that I also have to draw all my designs. Hours and hours of work, which I then can finally show off at those conventions. It's a fun job, it's my dream job, but it's not easy. Let's talk about how crazy positive my community is, because they are the reason all of this works so well for me. I've said it before like 100 times, the Antenna Army community is so lovely and chill. Before VTubing, I never had this much of a connection to the people who enjoy my art. Yes, I had a lot of returning customers at cons, and I loved every small talk, but it wasn't the same. Thanks to putting on the show as Lyro, a lot more people have come together, and everyone enjoys my content differently. Some only watch my short videos, some come to my streams, some genuinely only like my art and don't give a crap about my yapping. And a lot of you have already visited me at various conventions for a little chat, bought some merch or even gave me some gifts. I don't want to brag here, but to give you a little perspective of how powerful the community of a smaller VTuber and artist can be. Last year at Dokumi, I ran out of a lot of Lyro merchandise. Meanwhile I could, for fuck's sake, not sell my other VTuber merch. I was thinking, oh yes, Dokibird will be selling well, and maybe some Hololive girls. No one gives a shit, it's just Lyro, Lyro, Lyro. And this is so amazing, because I, thanks to all of the lovely humans, did something a lot of artists struggle, have an original creation be successful. Yes, I do sell my usual fan art stuff of various franchises I am extremely passionate about, but when someone wants that Lyro charm or stickers, my heart goes motherfucking doki doki. Bonus points if they want the stuff of my other OCs or the Bundroids as well. I mean, can you even name them? Here, I give you 5 seconds. Who's this girl? Yeah, I actually don't know if you guessed right or wrong, so whatever. Congrats! Or no congrats. This is the success I always wanted, create something and have people love it. As a kid, I always wanted to be a mangaka, but I soon realized that when it comes to art, I have absolutely no endurance. Just the thought of having to draw hundreds of complex pages makes me shit my pants. I also don't think I'll ever have any of my written stories become popular. I mean, I don't release them anyways, but having just some of my creations have a loyal fanbase is great. It's simply a beautiful experience. I had people come to my booth and tell me that inspired them, that they had stopped drawing overall, but when they saw my short videos, they got their motivation back. I had seen fans of Lyro of every age, young or old. I have regulars who are a whole family of parents and kids, who buy my merch. I personally think this is the type of success people should strive for. Not only hustle for the money, but also for those sweet moments with your supporters, because without them, I wouldn't even be there where I am now. I know, I could probably hustle even more. I see folks in my local art community go absolutely crazy with their business, but I've personally always been someone who loves interacting with my community. It's fun seeing a lot of similar-minded people come together to enjoy something. Also, I'm fucking tired doing all of this shit on my own. Give me a break. So let me just end my yapping with these words. Not only does my community pay my rent and my bills, they also helped me out of a very dark place. They gave silly me a chance to live their dream as artists, to have a job that works for me, without having to bend my morals and principles. It's a privilege that I have, and I am very grateful for that. And this is just why I love being an artist and VTuber.